Lover boy. Ça va, yo. Donc, le m'a mon dit, on va pas où est le loin. Le bocol non est si à bober. Mais nous n'y voulons pas. Filo le kéra pour pas son école comme mon père. Je suis chablo dans son. Bonne Joja, bonne comme naïwe. Moi, c'est un loin. Le bonne Joja, c'est bonne comme naïwe. Elle me sait voler la trouve sous la nous n'y voulons. Pas on y va son mon nom sous ta mon père. Nous à dewa. Ara Luigi. Pas on y va son mon nom sous ta mon père. Clo. Ani abia sogo abaira. Onu pedu se aluwe, na chiawe se aluwe, bobi ewe no. Lebere klaluwe, se dre yon konwo. Wa ko isi akoble la tuwa su anu ni wele. Iko mo so wa ke no ko d'Ivoire we mo na da fi o son we ye. Ta mo bien do mo igbe o to wa. Jojo mama. Ko ne ko na we, anu se akoble la tuwa su anu ni wele. Mo jo se awe pa yan kon wa nu trouble de. So we no ni wela. Wela nyoma koma si mu e ma ko ri man ju so la le ma yo we. Mo je de la yo ba o, mo so na yo, mo je bia ma yo ba. Na mo wa uluwo. Mo je che ada yo ba, na mo so na yo. Wela ju lu awa o. Ya lu ki pote wa o. Wela nyoma ja go mu e lu ki pote wa o. Tadi pote wa o. Ala nyombo pa we de mo. Ana te gbole la tu wa so we nu ni wele. Nígbà so en so go ta mu fe o. To di ke fe. Ma de. Sorry gelo. Bébé Kari, les asko du soir le bandi. La fino. Ase itawe ma. E de rodi. Yala Stéphanie. C'est de l'école d'Ivoire. Moi, ouais. Mon bon ouais, d'Alloin, on était pour la tour, on y ouais. Et la divoison, l'oyon sous à mon père. Y'a mon épote là-haut, péri du sous-pote là-haut. Il m'a tagué à Bangou. Les moyens, oui, sauvo, il va y dire. Pourquoi ouais, d'Alloin, comment est Namou? Pourquoi ouais, d'Alloin, c'est un loup, comment est Namou? Je bloque du web back and Nigeria. Je n'ai pas mon Nigeria. We are going to Mambo Power, them was so well.
Je rappelle que non, je sais que one of the day. Je suis et Chablo, des filons de Kela. Les métants et Podei. Mon doudou, mon popoyabi, des rosettes nées.
Good evening. Let me start all over. Good evening, folks. Samson told La Bra Radio. Want to thank all of you again for tuning in. Please, all we ask, yeah. All we ask is for you to share, Martina, what kind of business is it? For you to share the video here for us, the one partner and I staying. For your man finish dressing and they think they come and made fully I putting it on right before you. I'm coming to come that small thing. Yeah, I don't well do you think I embarrassed? But wait a minute, I broke it. No, I'm broken. I'll put it right on right before you. I'll put it on. What kind of business there? For your man finish dressing heavily, eh? I can't have finish dressing and you want fall down before you don't see President Bagatin then I fall down. What wrong with yourself? See that how you come I come in to pray. Then you're coming to put your car till all in my stomach fall down. What kind of business is this? The liberal is dressed well. Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much. Thank you all. Thank you. Safety. Lord Jesus, we want to thank you again this evening. We want to thank you for the mercy that you've continued to provide for us. We want to thank you for long life, and we ask for more on that. My Lord, we want to thank you for things yet to come. We want to thank you for everything. Yes. You do it, you're doing it, you will do it. We know that because we believe in you, we have trust in you, we have faith in you, no one else. Thank you. Think about it. What do we breathe? The air, where does that come from? I don't know. I want to thank you. The lights that shine for us to see, how does that happen? I don't know. I want to thank you, my Lord. Everything that people say this and that, I don't know. I say thank you. My Lord, you are wonderful. My God, we come before you again tonight. That the Republic of Liberia be blessed. That the people of the Republic of Liberia be blessed. That the President Joseph Boakai be blessed. Touch his hand whatever door he knocks. Open the door. Bless his hand. Whatever thing he touches in the interest of Liberian people, that indeed it will happen. Thank you. Thank you for the mercy. We ask for long life for President Boakai. We ask that you continue to bless him. We ask that you give him wisdom to do what is good for our people. You brought President Boakai to us. Stay with him. Help him out. Bless him. I want to thank you for that. My Lord, we ask that the host country, the United States of America, be blessed. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much. So I still got about 20 more minutes. I'm sending a link out here. I don't even know, say I want to send a link out today, say. I'll just send it. I'll just feedback if I'm sending it. But when I come from Liberia, that new day, that CEO thing on there, when I come back from Liberia, that different issue. Because I'm going to Liberia. Let me bring my face up. I don't know if you guys can see me because I'm posting something right now. I'm going to Liberia. And of course, it's a very sad thing. I'm going to bury my son. That's for sure. Everyone knows that. But I'm going to Liberia also to tell. Let me post it. Let me finish posting it. Because I want to come and tell you right now that big thing. Breaking news. So how can I say? Breaking news, folks. Breaking news. I'm going to Liberia. Breaking news. Tell the people that Mr. Toe has a breaking news. Tell y'all can't hear the breaking news. I want break. My man, what are you doing? Why get on there? Just to share the thing with the people who will not even come. I don't know why I'm sharing everything, but I'm breaking news tonight. Breaking news. The liberals say breaking news. I was sharing things. Breaking news. I'm going to Liberia. When I come back, are coming with a real bold man there. I'm not a real boy here. A boat here, but not a real boat here. The real boat here is like, bro, I'm going to have consultation with the real boat here. And I will ask him to crown me a real boat here. And you will see him crowning me. He will announce that this man is the real boat here. You not fly by night boat here. That's why the CEO come here. Oh man, I'm really, what kind of boat here? This year we will change things around because he know I'm not the real boat here now. So now I'm going to the library and I will tell the real boat here, give me the boat power. One of the things I will tell him to give me the boat power, but don't give me money collecting power. Let money collecting business stay with the CEO. The real boy, they think I'm breaking again, my people. What kind of business is this, man? I sit down here, I said, man, who care for you? I'm from Foya. What they want to have that Ghana thing anyway. I'm from Foya. They think sit down there small. You fine. What are you poaching? Oh, you fine, Samson too. What are you poaching? Oh, you too fine, Samson too. You've been fine from the time you were born. You will remain fine in God's name. The liberal is on tonight. As you can tell, the tabata I got for you tonight, that's not easy thing. That's not easy thing. Let me call my social security boy. Gideon. Excuse me. That one thing I learned, but the quick people think. I can mute myself and say what I want to say to my social security son. So let's go ahead and start the show. Within the next 15 minutes, let's go ahead and start the show, folks. It's a very serious business. So I've been telling you, am I muted? No, I'm not. So how come I can't hear myself? Okay, all right, I can hear myself now. So last night before we close, I'm going to now close the issue with the Voice of the Revolution, the publication, a publication of the Progressive Alliance of Liberia. This, I will be reading from time to time. They have letter and things like that, but these are the publication. And in these 3-4 publications that I've been reading here for the last month or so, there's been some serious insight, serious conversation. Last night you heard me reading Bacchus Matthew were predicting exactly what is happening in Liberia now and what happened in the past. He said that there's this country facing crisis. And that was back in 1979. After the Rest Riot, all of us, every Liberian, small, old, doesn't matter, we all were on edge. Because think about it. Think about it. In your lifetime, we didn't see Southtown War. When I was growing up in Total, that time grandchildren were already, when I was born, my eye opened, that time grandchildren were way counted already. So I don't see, when it was displayed, I don't see it. That one, I don't see it. But by the time 1964 and things like that, that time I was not even around here. But anyhow, but that forget that one. But 1979, some of us, for the first time in our lives, we saw people shooting at people. Now, you heard the story about Congo, Liberians, soldiers going to Congo to help the Congolese fight. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I expect air, man. Come on. A total man in America, I expect air. Thank you. I expect my social security key. You know very well from Total, way from the village in the heat. I can't get heat again. You put a fan on, man. Let the fan blow the Total, man. What's wrong with yourself? Like, bro, man, you know, see queer before? You had a real queer. Yeah, but like, bro, man, you know, you had queer before. You had a real queer. So don't come that way up, FOIA series. You can't have a thing. You must say, no FOIA series tonight. But let me go back. So, 1979. for many of us, was the first time you saw people pointing gun at someone, shooting that person dropped. You see, you went up in the forest, you saw monkey people shooting at monkey and stuff. But for it to happen to human being in real life, after April 14, people were really, really shaking. I'll give you an example. I live on King Johnson, right by Oreo on the other side now, right by Oreo there. So we have a big yard. I was renting one from one of the building, but it was a big yard. And in that yard lives a Bassa man and his family, two kids, just same age as I was at the time. One of them was going to LU, and the other one in the street stealing. They used to flock him all the time. People they were catching and flocking him, and then the serial one that was going to LU. That night, April 14th, the army people say they feeling how to call it. And how do we know this story? The tailor shop in front of where he got killed. The tailor that was sleeping there, he woke up, but he didn't open the door. So he heard the army man say, "We want you to take our S back to the barracks." So the man said, "I don't can't take whole S back." He said, "Well, you've got a few times, you got to work for it." He said, "You know what?" And they shot him, killed him. The next morning, the father took him, held him like this. They want the basketball that was going to LU, and the one that was stealing and things like that, and nothing happened to him. Young man got killed, LU student. And from that point on, things were very, very tense in Liberia. And the like of backers, people like backers, then, from my perspective, they suffer. They are connected. They have serious connection to Tui Party. Yet, they want Tui Party to reform. And Tui Party people and their folks refuse to reform. They said, no, we're not going to do it. And backers, and even Dr. Tubber was telling them, if you don't reform, we're going to regret. You can't suppress these people for life. It's not possible. You cannot suppress. As long people live on earth, they will be free. Whether you bring Soviet Union and put it in my house, I will be free. You okay me now? But my generation to come will be free. You cannot suppress anybody for life. It's not possible. Now, in the process, when the suppression issue becomes serious and then the power is getting away from you, you got to be careful that power, when it's taken away from you, it might turn against you and it will be nasty. So while Bacchus Mafia and the people were preaching for reform, their main subject matter was reform. It's not by, removal, forcibly removing Tui Party from power. But Tui Party were not listening. They said, we're not going to have it. Thank you, my brother. We appreciate it. Tui Party said, we're not going to have no reform. You go ahead and get your reform. That's why Joseph Chessing, wrote part. I read that yesterday. And said, we don't even know you. This is the same guy. And that letter that I read here from Chessing was one of the main reasons that Chessing will pick up. Because if you know the story, Chessing used to be all over Monrovia, used to be called poor man lawyer. He was really involved with the indigenous to help them out. Chessing used to be called Perry Mason. And when he got the job, Minister of Justice, things flipped. And then he was saying that he didn't know, and he used to represent some of the progressive. He said, he didn't know you. I don't know you. That letter, because of that letter, when the coup happened, me, his name was put on that paper too. Sad day for Liberia. Very sad. That afternoon, if you were in Monrovia, when they took those people to the pool, the entire South Beach, from Ken Johnson Road, all the dark cloud. I still remember like yesterday. The dark cloud that came over Monrovia and especially in the South Bay, you won't believe it. Well, I mean, suspicion. You say maybe the rain was coming that side, but for me, I just say that somebody was talking to us. Saturday after the event, most of the bar, sometimes we do things before we it hit us. When they were going on the pole, people were yelling, yeah, people were dancing in the street pretty much. But after they happened, the entire city subdued. Music, people, where you go play a music, things were quiet. It's like something bad have happened to us. And many of us felt it. Something bad has happened. But the two-way party was warned. They refused. Let me read. I'm going to. This is the last publication that I'm going to read. Then I'll try to bring out Talbot statements and what have you. I will bring out um, some of the writing that's been about Liberia and the suppression by certain group of Liberians against other Liberians that was written by white people, non-Liberian. I will dig those things up, and I will bring them to you. I want you to get the picture. I want you to get a true picture of what happened. Why we like this right now? Why after 100 and some more or 500 or 600 years we still not developing? I want you to stay with me. But let me read this here. I got 5 more minutes. Let me read this here. The Voice of the Revolution, a publication of the Progressive Alliance of Liberia. Number 10. In this issue, looking at the two-way party, what happened in Buchanan and what happened in Buchanan that time, yeah, it was not of, when God ready to bring you down, you can be exposed. And I'll read that. The Progressive People Party submits registration paper in search of Chairman Matthew. They were looking for him now. There were a lot of stuff. Power helps the market women. Things were not easy. Political ingredients cause a decision and ambition for office cannot thrive side by side with vigorous popularly based party machine or democratic decision making of any kind. This is somebody from Kenya that said that. Meaning who had pledged to work in our interest and to whom we have extended total confidence are playing the same game of old. Too many answer yes. Too many have dollar sign in their eyes. Too many have sold their soul for the spoonful of rice. 79. Does this sound familiar? 2026? It is this wind of change. If so, it is blowing everybody any good. Okay. The manifesto. Pie. Looking at the two-way party, what happened in Buchanan? What is the party congress? A congress of political party is supposed to be a meeting of delegates from the branches or subdivision of the party convened for purpose of one, reviewing the state of the party, two, electing party leader, three, determining the rules of the party, and four, establishing the party program or policy regarding national issue. Two parties say they're having a convention, congress in Buchanan. Why was the Buchanan Congress held? The Buchanan Congress was held by the two-way party in an effort to reawaken its spirit, resolve some rather serious internal problems. Because within two-way party, there was those I said already, almost time. There was those I told you already. There was some hardliner, and there was those who were saying Let's implement, constitute, whatever you want to call. Let us reform the path we on as a political party. It cannot be sustained in years to come. The noise are out there already. Liberians are not looking. We're not going to hide ourselves anymore. Because those days, in order for you to go to school in Monrovia or good school, you got to come from the interior and stay with somebody and clean your caca. Everybody know about that one. Or sometimes your pa then got to get the people some goat, 1 or 2 goats for you to come and go to school. Hmm? Until we parties, there was those who said these things are not sustainable. We must change. And there was the hardliner. And the hardliner, you can't blame them either, because this is what we have now. Many of their offspring are not in power or position anymore. Only a few. But many of them, just like me right now, we're nothing, Flaka J. Okay? Flaka J. Because we're all Liberians now. There's no elite Liberians anymore. The country people are now going to be calling themselves elite now too. But let them go ahead. We're behind them small. Hmm? So, but there was those in the Tui party that also were predicting the future. And because they predicting the future and they believe what was going to happen to them, they were afraid for reform. They were afraid to get power. They were afraid that power might leave their hands and their kids would suffer. Samson told Labra Pabrito. Let me go ahead. Okay, one more minute. Okay. So the Buchanan Congress was held by the Tui party in an effort to reawaken spirit, resolve some rather serious internal problem, and achieve party unity so as to try to withstand withstand the external pressure that is now being exerted by the broad masses of the Liberian people. So they want to Buchanan and somehow believing that by their going to Buchanan, they were going to bring their people back together. And first of all, they want to resolve whatever wrangling that was happening in their society bush. And it was not working. For too many years, party leaders remained indifferent to the idea of mass participation in an affair of the party. Advocate of change, whenever they exerted in the Tui party, were viewed with suspicion or contempt. In the Tui party, if you stand up and try to advocate for poor people, you got nothing. You're on your own. A few members have publicly defected to the opposition, while some other highly placed ones have had individual meeting with leader of power or have sent their children with message to defend where they actually stand. So the things were not good for Tui party. There was no way. Right here, there were those who left Tui party and joined PAD. But of course, those people they got no connection after that. But what most of the the elite, some of them were doing, was sending, because remember now, I told you the like of Baka Matthew and many of the progressive, the educated, the elite progressive as well, they were connected. They are also member of the elite group. However, they wanted reform quick, and many of their brethren would send their children at the power headquarters and try to convince or try to explain. Say, my pa say, I'm gonna tell you where they stand. They're not against you, but they stay here. We don't know where it's going. They don't want to lose it. Let me read the last paragraph and I'll go on to my show. The Tui party is in the throes of serious leadership problem. Much has happened this year to undermine the strength of the standard bearer, and the control he wield over the party is becoming increasingly questionable. Toba, Toba control over the party. Man, if you're not in Liberia those days, if you didn't see anything, then you something else. Why you think the student, when Toba was going to give them pencil and thing, elementary student refused? The women in the market, they say we circle, the president circle. What kind of president that one that said it was on the radio? Man, I don't want to go plenty. Let's go there. The difficulties he experienced in just keeping order during the Congress dramatized in the simpler way what has happened to him. When last did the standard bearer of the two-way party have to become hoarse in an effort to get anyone to listen to him? President Tobo was speaking, yelling so much he couldn't even speak again because nobody was paying attention to him. They believed the highliner were undercutting all of the efforts that he was making. But one of the things that I really admire President Tobo as well, he could have used because he had control of the army, he has control of the security apparatus. He could have, if he was really a dictator, he could have used that process, those apparatus, to quiet the highliner into we part it down. But it was going to be difficult because most of the highliner, and these are the people from Breville, these are the people from Clay Island, and these are the people from Upper River. These are people that they live in Corway. You can't just push them aside. They are the root of the pioneers. You can't push them aside like that. The Miltons, the Weeks, eh? The Brownies, eh? You can't just get them out of two party. It's not possible. Smith, they were their root in the country of the elite illiteracy. It was more than anything else. Please get your own. But Tower were having zero problem there. Yes, he is a general. He is a general already, but where is his army? Let me stop there for now. Again, folks, Samson told Labro Pabrito. We will now go into some of the subject matter here tonight. I thought I tried to do this here, and analysts, if you have the opportunity to join us, please join us. So let me go as usual, let me go and start my subject matter here. It's a very interesting thing, and the documents that I have here, I can do this here for more than 4, 5, 6 years, and everything. Now, when I'm done with Tuber writing and about him and stuff like that, I would then go to after the coup, the 80s. What happened? I got newspaper upon newspaper upon newspaper. I got writing how most of the political party came to be, how they were well positioned, some of their standard bearer holding before. We will discuss all that. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting. But let's go ahead. So, what's the interesting thing here to talk about tonight? Okay. All right. All right. So I'm not going to talk about this one here because I think they beat on it tonight too much. But let's go to the speaker, and I'm not going to talk about his personal stuff. The deputy speaker believe that this speaker is have a learning curve. That means things are not going well. You're not learning right quick, and but he have confidence in him. He says. So let's talk about this speakership a little bit, just from on top, from what I know and what I've heard. I'm not going to touch this personal issue. That's none of my business anyway. Why would I want to get into that my business? But sometimes when we come to this position, we have to think about the country. For many of these people that are in the House of Representatives and even in the government, many of them are not thinking about the country. They get this position, and then how the heck you will be minister in the Republic of Liberia, a country that is still struggling to even achieve little pepper. The people can go and buy pepper and things like that from Ivory Coast, Guinea, and things like that. And you wear necktie and suit to go to work in Liberia. Then he say, oh, the other minister probably is in the street all day. He just there picking trash, helping to clean and things like that. They ain't say that one. You're sitting there with necktie. You're bluffing whole day. But when y'all go home, so dust in your area, so dust in your community. Your minister, you don't even know what causing the traffic congestion in Liberia. Why is that? You're just it's the money. It's the money contract. But one thing I noticed though, Liberians are resisting that now. They're not kowtowing to a lot of these people anymore. Okay, we cannot and we must not continue to live like that. In the country of the Republic of Liberia, many people don't have money. In 19 in 19 in 2020 in 2026, people are still making $100, $150. 1976, when I started working for the Ministry of Education, I was making 100. First, I started with $75. Then I started making $100. A lot of money. It's not like that anymore. Why would you look at Liberia to work and paying $150 a month? What is he going to do with that? You got people just because they're looking for so that they will pretend to be working. They're volunteering their services and nothing you do. You got people who are unable to produce, but because you got sweet mud, you get them position and they're there getting the money. What are we doing? Now, people will say, well, why the president can't do anything? What do you want the president to do? Fire people nilly-willy? You can't do that. Why am I going to go help the people to do what now? Willie, to do what? What? I ain't even get my high school. I ain't even get GED. What to help them to do what? What am I going to do, Willie? Talk to me, my brother. Talk to me. What am I going to do to help them? To do what? Oh, because I can't help them. I'm a shadow. I bet you that why you coming to say now, Willie. You're on your own. Say what you want to say will begin. It's up to you. But no, on a very serious note, Willie, I think I agree. Yeah, I should be home helping. But we have fundamental difference of why Liberia exists. For them, Liberia exists. For them, because their position, they consider their entitlement. For me, Liberia exists because I want to help Liberians to know that Liberia exists for them. They make all that money, all the revenue. You heard the RI, what's his name, Double say they make a lot of money this year or last year. What is the benefit of Liberians right now? Yeah, you say, oh, they put lights up. Yeah, they fix the street. Yeah, I agree. But here's the thing now, Willie. Here's the thing. The light they put up, what company that the Liberian government went through to get the lights? They don't make light there in Liberia. What company did the Liberian government use to put the poles up? The road. What company in Liberia right now? Liberian company. Is that Liberian company that operating to build these roads? So how do you expect to generate fund? How you expect to generate revenue for the country when you have all of your contracts, major contracts, have been given to of foreigners because they believe the foreigner can do better job. I say again, Willie, you put me there, I gotta put you there now too. I say again, Liberia must be allowed to fail. I give you an example. We were allowed to go to war. Do you want to go to war again because you experienced it? No, I doubt it. Liberia must be allowed to fail in producing, in making things, so that as you fail, you also learn how not to repeat the failures. Nobody likes to fail, but it's part of life. But then these people are saying, well, Liberian, you get Liberian pro job, contract, they don't do the job. They just eat the money. You got caught. Make these institutions stronger to deal with those kinds of issues. But you don't want to do that. And many of those people that are in power to negotiate contract, I hate to say it, speculation is my job. And I hate to speculate, but I will speculate. Most likely, take for example, they're going to go get $1 million contract. They tell the people, the contractor, make it $1.5 million. They have for me, the other $1 million for you. That's what we have. People who are behaving, what kinds of actual developmental agenda they will bring to you? Nothing. And when the president say, let's stop stealing, and if you're going to steal, make sure our people benefit from your stealing, the men were vexed. Well, the people say, oh, you get a pure permission to steal. How the president would give you permission to steal? Does it make any sense? The men were vexed. The men were vexed. I brought you here to help me and you're stealing. The same stealing that was going on in the past government, that's why you're not bringing here again. He was vexed. He was vexed. The papi was vexed. He was really angry with them. And he made that statement through anger. Okay? So let us don't try to fool ourselves. No, when they call me, I will say no. And here's the reason why I would say no. I have the ability. I'm working on a project right now. I mean, people, yeah, I want out. They say you can't get out. The people depend on you. I'm getting ready to go to Liberia at the end of the month. So we have to do some certain thing before that time. So I have to produce. So it's not that I'm not able to work. I can work. I can do these things. But they are not sincere. That's the problem I have with them. I have not seen any kind of serious business from them yet. If I see it, I will offer myself. Okay? So it's not about me, about those brothers and sisters that know better. I think you must say that you might guess here tonight, so you must say for it tonight. So let me give you an example now. The reason why I'm saying they're not serious. You talk about engineer road. So road, you build a road. Who's going to use the road? That motor car. Who driving the motor car? That human being. Who's going to use the road? That walker. People who walking. Who's going to use the boat? That motorbike. Who's going to use a motorcycle? Anything that moves will use that road. So public work engineers, their job is to build or supervise or get contract for the road to be built. Those who are going to utilize the road, they're utilizing the road based on law that was passed, how to use this road. Who's supposed to enforce it? Well, listen to me, oh. I just told you public work job. They build it. They supervise the build. They give all of the technical advice. They make sure it's safe, everything. Let's suppose that's what they do. But for me to get on that road to use it, I have to go by rules. And these rules were passed by the Congress. How the road need to be used and what have you. These rules must be enforced. By who? The police. The security. They say, okay, Mr. Toll, according to the book we got here, truck that is more than 2 pounds cannot go over the thing. I say 2 pounds, I say 200 pounds, I say 2 pounds. But I come with 2.5. I violating the rule. But the person who's supposed to enforce the rule, and if I'm violating the rule, they have a fine, a set amount, set amount that I'm supposed to pay to the revenue of the Republic of Liberia. But the person who enforcing it, he now becomes a go between the revenue and myself. He said, "Okay, Mr. Tour, the fine said $2, but you know what? They'll give me 50 cents. I got $2, and I'm giving him 50. I'm saving $1.50. I will not be happy. I will give it to him." The people who probably who have been involved in, I hope, in crafting the law, how to use the road, they're not even involved now. Okay. Who using the road? The car. The car then gonna have to be registered. Where they're doing the registration? Bill, you listening? Where are they doing the registration? Oh, transport ministry. So I just gave you these three departments, these three ministries. They already have subset how to work together. They don't even have respect for one another. They don't have you think if I was in any position, I will make it my duty, all three of us, to have a weekly meeting. Weekly, the public work, the transport minister, the police director, to have a weekly meeting. Not deputy to deputy, minister to director to minister. We have a weekly meeting. In a weekly meeting, we will have our deputies who will come to report to us, or who will come to provide new ways of how to improve the situation in Liberia. You go to Monrovia, you get stuck in the traffic. Why should I get stuck in the traffic? Why? Just recently here in America, just yesterday, Arkansas passed a law. Autistic kids who are driving, they're giving them a new, well, if the person is severe, that the person always acting up, they give them red paper. The person not that severe, but they don't understand red, they give them green. So when the police pull them over, they show the green or the red. That will inform the police how to deal with those people. Thinking, but we don't have it. Every day we want money. The three ministry, the three entity, the three agency, I bet you if they get together weekly, every Wednesday, let's meet and let's compare notes. When you do that, you force your deputy force the assistant force the director all down the line to follow the rules. Because they know their heads are going to meet, and they expect information that comes from the bottom to come to them. But because they don't meet, nobody cares. That ministerial overpass, the building over there, it will collect dust in that place. They even got budget for maintenance. You think the Chinese people will come and maintain it for you? This is what we're talking about. You don't have to be a policy writer. You don't have to be a policy expert to be in Liberia. Many of our friends that used to be on the platform here, they got jobs, they don't even call us anymore. When they were on the platform, I was in one of the best engineers, my man, with the kind of brain you got, with the kind of engineering brain you got. You know, the president, once you become president, we should be able to contact you. We can't leave brain like that behind, yeah. I'll stay here. But the good thing about being in the technical area, you don't use muscle, you use brain. I can sit down here in my house right now. If I close the thing, I say I'm going to work, I'm working. I say pay me, they will pay me. I'm 500 years old. God knows that one. But I'm still working. So if you're in this technical area, okay, you don't lift weight. I don't need to lift weight for me to work. But that's not the point. It's just common sense. Common sense. Common sense. Our people need to. So let's go back to the three entities that I talk about. So I'm David. I mean, if I forget David, a director, forget director, as somebody in the street or in the down the road. But I have to make report to my supervisor, and my supervisor going to have to meet with his supervisor based on my report. He will expand on it and improve on whatever that I've written. But my report is the base of facts because I was on in the field. I have testing equipment. I tested the quota and say how hot it was. It's in my report. I was out in the rain. I saw the water running down, gushing down the gutter. What I believe to be, I can measure the flow. I write that down. So by the time, so say for example, and all the congestion like bro, it's not just traffic alone. When it's raining, some places you can't pass, cars stop. Why is it that we will allow our brothers and sisters to build, cover the drainage system, and we say nothing? Because we are not able to empower the community to fight for themselves. Man, you're a big girl, man. You might not let me start here tonight, man. Who among us that don't want to live good? You tell me now. Other you're watching me. Who among us here that don't want to live better? That don't want no better life for themselves? That want to live in a slum? Nobody. No one wants to live in a slum. So if you were to be told that this person, your neighbor, is building over the drainage system that will flood your area, you will be able to tell that guy you can't build there. Got to find someone else. Because his problem when he built over the drainage system is going to affect you. And you're not going to do it. But because the community are not in power, they don't explain nothing to them. So you want to build, yeah, man, yeah, build over there. They don't even know why the person, the way he's building, how it's going to affect them until he started affecting them. By that time, it's too late.
You're not get tired crying every day.
Don't worry about me. That's what we do. We educate, Mr. Soul.
You're not
That's
get
what we
tired.
do. I will not get tired. That's what we do. And these are the things that are missing.
Look,
These are the things that are missing. And because of that, we will continue to suffer. Good evening, Tony. Thanks for joining me. Why are you here tonight? I don't have time for you to be on here. Why you sneaking?
I told you. I mean, when you be doing your tabata, where I get out, I don't have time for that. You sit down here, you're crying. The people should call town hall meeting. They should go under the palm one tree to do this. What's the essence of the cabinet retreat? That's where the chief executive.
You see that now? You're coming to bring the president in my good conversation now. You're coming to drag the president into the thing here now. That's why you do that. That's why you must say we don't get along. How you drag the
because you don't like to be told the truth.
No, because I'm telling the truth. This have nothing. The people that I just talked about, the two ministers and the director, the IG, they are meeting. What that got to do with the president? It has nothing to do with the president.
I am saying administratively, there's a chain of command. There we have quarterly supervision. You have
happy birthday, man.
Who birthday that?
How you know my birthday? Go ahead. Yeah, my birthday, you know. Thank you.
No, he said happy birthday too. That's what he said.
No, he said so. He said who birthday?
No, he didn't. You were in a bike. You were in a bike.
I'm listening to your lemon. I get something in my ear now.
Happy birthday. Yeah, my finger cut. No, I didn't do. That finger, the power sword I cut that finger is too bad. But look, liberal, you gotta be honest. You gotta stop this behavior. It's just been very disingenuous to you.
Can you put my sister by me and we put you at the bottom because you're not part of us here tonight? You're a stranger. Can you
when she start being your sister?
She says, I'm from Foya. Mr. Soul, you don't understand how deep this thing is, huh? I feel bad for you. I
The
feel
way
bad.
you work, the way you work, Chief Tama, I don't call
My ability, I don't know what happened to my ability. What's the new again? Ability something. It's not working tonight. It's not going on my neck. Try. It's not
I
working.
bet you better.
Ability.
Look, uh, that country there, I just feel bad for the leaders.
But
For the president.
President Baka will fix it.
I mean, I'm talking something. Yeah, you don't like to you don't like to be honest. You're a very dishonest old man. That's the only problem with you too.
Whatever you say.
You are like you are one, but you are not.
Okay,
Because you don't say the truth. As an
whatever,
older person, you should be able to speak the truth, and the truth shall set you
whatever.
free.
Who told you are old? How can a 45-year-old be an old person?
So the thing here is, no matter how you twist it, how you bend it, how you wrap it, the boss stopped with the president of the
Oh, there we
republic.
go. He can't get out of that one. Oh yeah, wow.
I mean, it's normal. I got to know where I'm coming from. Because if you have people who are their sole purpose, the reason the president brought them on board is to help the president to drive the agenda of the president. You have to you have to live within the confines of the president political ideology. Other than that, if you detour OUT, you're out. Nothing. No F, no that. And they are the one that getting the leaders to to behave the way they are behaving. And we'll hold the leaders responsible if they continue consistently allow these people to be in the system, then it killed the purpose of their mission while they were called into leadership. We saw that happening the last time around. So that thing you're talking, minister, in the first place, that's the thing about Liberia. I'm sorry to say, and you should know that people don't even respect bosses. They don't respect their people. Minister, deputy minister think he or she closer with somebody, maybe close to the president, even it might not be something, but that's just a mindset. That's just a mindset, and that is bad. We need to change that. There should be the idea of a sort of relationship, and that's what spoil thing. You know, there should be a other. Your boss is your boss, whether he ugly, she ugly, or whatever it is. Your boss is a boss, but either the tribal connection with it's a consistent pattern within our Liberian system. It's not from here. You saw where Harrison Penn and them were the day PRC days. Other people felt they were within a close proximity with the president. They violated other people's basic right. They were flogging. I remember one time, I don't know whether you remember, 1987, right before MCSS school, either 86 or before we had a demonstration.
Now you're going back to what Mr. Toh was saying. You're going right back to the
No,
reverse.
I'm not going by he polished it. He doesn't want to say the truth. I am saying the truth. I am saying that afternoon, I believe what 1985 or 86, right before MCSS, Harrison Penn came with his PRC those days. They were using the Honda Accord because somebody with girlfriend this and that way. Broad day, and they flocked that person. Why he was doing it? Because if he closer to the working RA, nothing.
Exactly. Nothing.
This
Yeah.
is the same thing that is still going on today. People feel, and there are some people that still feel that they're the one make President Joseph Boyka, and they think that the old man is obligated to them to make them to maintain it. And he needs to show them something. I mean, he's doing little, putting people down, but I think he needs to. I hope the 2027 New Year finish now, he allowed the people. But my understanding, there are some people who really do not represent this agenda. And if he doesn't take action, then I will hold him responsible as collaborator, or he's the one facilitating this thing, just how he facilitated the 4-year project, and he came back to say he hold nothing, but now we now know it become a peace hub. I don't know how it got to be a peace hub. I know you're very uncomfortable again tonight.
Says
But
Kotu, let's hear from you. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. So. Says Kotu, please take it
Yeah.
away.
Yeah. Good evening to all of you and the people of Liberia and those that are listening to us at this time. I just want to thank all of those that wish me happy birthday yesterday, and those that are still wishing me happy birthday. I want to say thank God that I saw another, plus one,
Uh,
and I'm grateful to
what
God for
plus
that.
one? What plus
Huh?
one? Three per one.
Should I do a song for you?
Three plus one.
I owe a little.
How much?
Don't worry, when a real old lady talk, you will get it.
You
What
you
I'm
only,
making or not?
yeah,
Eh,
but you owe it. Wait,
mhm.
give it at least 15, 20 more years. Then you can come by and talk to us.
That's the thing. Now every year adding or something else changing, so you can
Well,
go beyond.
happy birthday to
I
you.
turn I
We're
turn
happy.
fif- I
We're
turn
happy.
559. So I'm
We're happy to have you.
so
We're happy to have you here. Thank you very much.
yeah. Thank you, Mr. Toro. Thank you very much.
Girl, I
And
older than you.
Huh?
about months.
What-
What your problem in this whole thing?
Eh, that
Who
They
months.
who
say- they
problem?
say we are cutting us. We know what we're talking. Stay out of it.
But I'm not
Not
involved.
because you claim
That
yourself to be
months.
somebody from Foya. You're not from
She's
Foya.
my sister. I have to represent. I'm a member of the Foya community.
She's not from Foya.
Well, I'm a member of the local community. You hear coffee singing? Ala Zulu, right? So But let's hear from you, sister. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Toro. I was listening to you and some of the points you were making, though I would not go like 100% with you, but I was trying just to throw light on some of the issue, especially when it comes to people working on a president. And I don't know, because especially when you talk about meeting, and we all do that here, even if you are a career person, there is some refreshing of the memory or refreshing of the course. Like every technology that come and every other, term, they have to give you, some training. You have to know how to relate. If it is not with the equipment, it's with the system that is changing. I don't know whether it's still existing, but people are, I don't know, term or reference are there that people supposed to be working along with. But I see where it overlaps to the point that people don't know what to do. And I see many people just, like sitting doing nothing. And when you have people like have nothing to do, the next thing to do is to create, situations that are not necessary. And I think that's what happening. If these people were really busy, you see this boss busy, this assistant busy, the next man have their area busy working, you will not see most of these things. Because you see, even my boss, I don't see her once like a month. I will see her because she don't have the time before she can go make her runs and come. You have make a month before you will come and see me. But I think that's the problem. People are less busy, and because they are less busy, they are not dealing with the term of reference they have. Everybody want to sit in the office. Sometimes we say some of these things, say, oh, because some of y'all have the opportunity, and some of y'all did it one time, even 1 hour colleague was telling me, oh, not because he had the opportunity. To be frank, there were some of us who people never work with government. They didn't work. So how did they make it? How did they make life? They were doing businesses, they were doing other things, to survive. I see everybody crying, oh, we can't do this, we can't do that. And sometimes you tell them, but they feel offended. That I'm sitting here and they're there, are trying to tell them what to do to keep their. But it's just a matter of fact that if I could live that life, you can make it. Just encouragement, not that, we are better than you. We did the same thing and you can do it or survive. People don't want to respect their bosses. I don't care how small the
It's a
person
serious
is
problem.
or how old the person is or how whatever level you may see your boss is your boss. You all have to correlate. What your responsibility is, you're sitting. But some people feel they are more close to the president or based on their appointment, they are entitled, like you said. And you said you know what happened when we used to go to the LBS to go and have the talk show. What started happening?
What
People
happened?
felt
What happens there?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
no,
it. Don't say. Don't
people
worry about
started
it.
feeling that they are more.
Don't. I beg you, leave it alone.
No, let's talk
No,
these things. It's good
yeah,
that
we
we
gotta
talk
talk
these
it.
things.
Talk. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
it's good that
Koto.
we talk these things. people started feeling that they are more entitled than others. No, it's not that we gotta do because I'm busy at the schedule of time and they have to feed that, maybe they want to clothe it with unity party. And it's not unity party thing, it's Liberian thing. And for me, I would not say there you only focus as a unity partisan. Then not everybody unity partisan supported the president. So we all
True
have to be
protection.
accommodated. And we support the people came, they were not unity partisan, they supported the president and the president won. So it's not unity party thing. It is Liberia's thing. And the president said it. He said it is not Liberia's thing. It is, the people of Liberia. So we have to look at it from that level. People are leaving their job and not focusing on what they like. We have their rest agenda. And I thought what the president was saying, that's what they were following up because they have within a period of a year,
Culture,
there has to be.
let's have a little interaction here. And I
Yeah.
think this is what we need to be doing sometime with this government. I think we need to be
I
having
think
this
two of
honest
you need to
conversation.
talk. I will be
So do
quiet
you
for a
think
while.
is the president actually following through with his agenda to see who is following, who is not following?
Yes,
What's the gap?
they are following progress. Like they have term that they have to come with their progress report. And people are like the same thing. People are overlapping, or people are playing that lackadaisical level. Because I remember the other day when the information minister asked various institutions to come up with their progress report so that he could make his annual report on it. There were people who could not come up with their annual report. What are you doing? You got a piece of job to do. Why can't you meet up with your report on time? It's like every day I have to make report 9 o'clock before I leave for here. My report should be sent in. Then I keep my report and don't send it in. Tomorrow is the time you even going to meet up with me to leave the house. People are
Thank
not
you.
meeting up with their time. So
Thank
if
Is
you.
that
you make
happening
your
in the
work,
office? Is all of these things, is it happening in the overall office as well,
There we
correct?
go. There we go.
not in the
Look,
overall
Samson,
office.
we're not talking, look,
It's not in,
we're talking about what
No,
country,
but
okay?
wait, you man. You talk about your
no, it's
country.
not. It's not in the
No,
overall
the
office.
reason I'm
But you have
saying,
people. You have
mhm,
people that are doing it. That we're not rooting it out.
The
And
conversation
first
is
of all,
getting good.
first of
when
all,
it comes to
you're
them
from
saying,
Burkina Faso, you're not a Liberian, okay? So when we're talking, they're talking about
Oh,
something,
and I'm from Foya again.
you're a Burkinabe, you're not from Liberia. So when we're talking about Liberia, better stay out of it.
so when they are disciplined, then they take it as an offense. That's what happened. You see
Yeah.
how people go. People tend to antagonize a government or a president because president have taken some decision against them. They antagonize the president. But again, they don't sit there and analyze that. Oh, what did I go wrong to correct? What did I go wrong?
Mhm.
And he keep advising them every time the president speaks. He
Are they
talks about
listening?
yeah.
Are they
They
listening?
but those who not listening, then they meet up with their responsibility. But you hear they will be complaining. You saw other people that they dealt with.
Okay, yeah, is the reason. Here's what I'm talking, and this is a very interesting conversation. Sometimes we need to have these, people should know their responsibility.
Of
And
course.
part of that is people are not orientated when they get to job or they feel they know it, so they don't. The reason people having their orientation here going through is you go through all of the policies. They don't want you will sign all of it. They don't want you tomorrow that, oh, I didn't know. No. So if they give you the booklet, if you don't read it, it's on you. You already signed it that you aware you know it.
Yeah, and
Now,
the quarterly they
interestingly,
remind you. They remind you of your
interestingly,
responsibility. Yeah.
this disrespect for bosses or leaders or people overlapping doing different functions is happening within the over office as well. For example, the and not just only with President Boyka, we're seeing that with most of the other people, especially from the last government, all of that. Anybody just get up and speak. The only person that speaks for the government of the Republic of Liberia is the Minister of Information, not presidential press secretary. Presidential press secretary, your term of reference is limited to speak within the executive. But when you leave Liberia or when you even in Liberia, if there was anything that they need to know the government's position, it is the Minister of Information that speaks.
Yeah,
But
and
what
also anything
we see
that comes
today,
to deal
anybody
with
just get up, deputy. Those days, what his name? What is deputy press secretary, deputy minister? Oh my goodness, a name will come to my mouth. They don't just get out and say, and they don't just get out and say. But nowadays, they order auxiliary chair when they read the government. The government, you're not the one supposed to speak for government. But those things, somebody got to take the bull by the horn and put stop to those things. Because the more they speak, you don't say anything. You can't be water and sewer manager and be making critical position. Keep your mouth shut. Focus how sanitation, how water system going to be running through the length and breadth of the country. It is the minister of information that speak for a certain government. But our people, they don't do it. They don't do it. Everybody that know, oh, by the time something happened, the other director, the other person, they start speaking. And they speak in their capacity as leaders, as authority, or either, they are top party hierarchy. And so they feel, because of their positions in the party and that of the government, more or less they feel they have the authority and they can say anything. They always there to be the fixer, to restructure or refix the president or the government position. That shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But we're seeing these things happening, and that's part of the problem. Now, when these things happen and nothing is done at the highest level, it trickles down to the people that to the other side, and then everybody just doing their own thing.
No,
All right.
and the thing about it, it's not that nothing is done.
The liberal is not happy tonight.
Uh,
All right.
the liberal will have
Let
to
me.
speak on these
You're
things, you
finished.
know.
You're
He
finished
will
now.
never. He will never speak on it. He will never
You're
speak
finished.
on it.
You're finished now. Let
Yeah,
me come in now.
and we have to speak on these things because if you sit there and you speak on it and anything otherwise happen, we'll be here responsible. We are all part
So
of this
so let
government.
me let me say this again. Thank you both for seeing the light. The liberal been sinking here for a very long time. For you guys to understand that indeed people who have these positions they feel entitled. And as a result of that, they tend not to want to do what is right because nothing can happen to them. Nobody gonna say anything. President's son, the president loved me. All kinds of behavior. But what I'm saying here on a very serious
So,
note, Mr.
so liberal, and this is where we keep interrupting you because I want you to be a changed person. I want to see a different side of you. Now, they will do it and nothing will happen. And if it does, who should we hold responsible?
Nobody,
Or nobody.
nobody.
We allow it to go on.
But I know where you're going with it, but I will not let you, I will not give you that permission. But let me make my point, Mr. So you're quite correct. People do these things, they should be held responsible. But this is the other point that I'm going to make, Mr. So you have kids, and the kids grows up, and when it becomes adults in your home or adults by themselves, you expect them to make decisions, positive decisions that will affect their life positively.
Mm-mm.
Let me finish. You can turn your head upside down. It don't matter to me. I will make my point. So the president employed these people, Mr. So. As you correctly stated here, the employment comes with some papers that give you terms of reference, that give you what you expect and what is expected of you. Now, when you get this position and you're feeling, yeah, it is you're working at the will and pleasure of the president. The president can fire you anytime. But some leaders, it is not part of their leadership nature to just get rid of people. Some
Mm.
leader, Mr. So, the liberal is on the floor. Some leader believe that people, every one of us are redeemable. And so if something happens, the president expect you to redeem yourself.
Wow.
The president expect you to make sure you do what is right. Okay? Now, then you will say, but why if the president keep repeating himself? Yes, the president should step in. And most of the time he will. He has suspended people here. He has put people on leave. And most of the time when they suspend you, you're not coming back.
It's insufficient.
Well, tell your own. I'll tell my own. You're insufficient. I got nothing to do with the president. President making fun of it. He's the father of the nation. What he says is the final.
Why
So,
are these people? Why are these people suspended? I mean, let's just have this conversation.
and I'm telling you, the reason here is simple.
What?
They are suspended because of what they have done.
What? What did they do?
I mean, some of them have violated the rules.
Uh,
Auditor will come and say this person did this and did that, and he has the proof,
and then what happened
and
next?
the person got suspended and never to come back.
And was there any wrong done? Because if you are suspended, if you didn't come back, then there's
Well, here's the thing here the president is doing, as far as I'm concerned, from my perspective. You are suspended, but that's why he doesn't say fire. You are suspended. In other words, you're still bound by the rules of employment. Being suspended does not mean you're no longer in employment.
but you're not
And the
working.
president, once as long that the rule of employment still applies to you, you can be hauled to court, you can be hauled to the station, you can be hauled anytime for questioning.
So okay, so in that interim, can you look in the eyes of this camera? Do you think then that it's not funny?
I piss him on now.
It's not
He
funny.
said, look in the eye, I put my head, hey, let it come and look my boy. The liberal, you remember when you see that, then you feel very. If I were around him right now, that's different thing.
I will slap you. You know that. But
I
look,
told you to be that.
yeah, because
I know
I
what to do
mean,
to you.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand you. You just gave all sort of unnecessary excuses that is not even helping the person that you support. Why?
He's the
Why
father
you don't
of
have
the.
the guts? Why you
Well,
don't have the
it doesn't.
guts
It
to
doesn't. Not that I don't have
you
the God.
suspend people, no investigation, nothing. You just suspend and you let them to go.
How do you? Well, how you know no investigation? How did it?
What,
Does it
what,
become?
what has
How,
become? What has
how does
become?
it?
All of those
Because
people that throw
the
it away.
investigation. Because the investigation has not been
That's
announced
the
yet.
Sierra Leonean style. That's how I kind of in
You see,
freelance.
now all the converse goof on conversation you
No, but I'm
coming.
telling you, anybody who stays
What's
in
Sierra
Sierra
Leone
Leone,
got to do? What's Sierra Leone have to do with this?
I am telling you, that's how the Sierra Leonean authority, that the Siaka Stephen, the Valentine Streiser, and all of those people, what they do, in fact, their own, they give you compulsory leave study. Whether you want study or you not just study,
We
they tell you go.
Terry, thank you for joining us.
You suspend people for something. If
Let
I'm
me
a
say,
director and you suspend me,
let
there
me
must be
tell
a
you again.
reason.
Let me say this
And let
again
the
before I
public
bring.
know why I was
Let me
suspended.
say again before I
What
bring
ought to be
in
covered
Terry.
up for?
There we go. Let me say again before. I don't know where your anger coming from tonight.
I'm not angry. I don't like how you treat my country. That's where the
Well,
anger is coming from.
the country is in safe hands. The country is in the hands of President Buckeye. You don't need to worry about it. The country is just fine under this president. So appreciate the president of handling your country and making sure that your country survives. Appreciate the president whenever he comes on and says something that is of good nature for this country. Thank you. But let
One
me
thing
say
I'll
this.
tell you, tell God thank you. I'm not living in Sacramento because Trinidad, something different happened.
That's why I'm not coming to visit you. I'm not coming to Rwanda to visit you.
After every show, I measure and kind of vlog you. Papi, next time you go there, don't say this. Yeah, man. This is unbelievable, man. I don't understand you, man. Come on.
Mr. So, let me say this here. Look, we're not making fun of this thing here. This is a very serious business. First of all, let's recognize this. The president was duly elected by the people. Let's agree on that.
I agree.
Okay. Once that agreement has set that part aside,
Mhm.
the president came to this position knowing fully well that he's responsible. And he
Okay.
explained to the Liberian people, and the Liberian people agree on that. Now, let me tell you this. I don't know he doesn't know me. If he doesn't know me, how you even talk to me? I don't know any of them. They don't know me. I just believe in him. That's all it is. Now,
Mhm.
let me tell you this, Mr. So. President Bakai, yeah, I don't agree with some other stuff that happened here and there.
Like what?
And for example, I think there are certain people by now should need to be fired completely.
Who are those people? We're not in society. We're not, this
They
is not a
like they
society.
like they like Adi, what's his name, Adi Moda or Ami Moda, whatever the heck his name is. President Baka should have come out straight and say you're fired.
Okay.
Not even give him room to resign.
Okay.
Now there are other folks who
Now
have,
more names. Think about it. More names.
whatever. But I'm just saying what I want to say. Now, Mr. So, the president, on the other hand, is taking this job serious. The president is engaging your lawmaker. You see, this is why you need to understand. The president recognize and the president respect the rules. You go to the poll and you elect all kind of nyama people. Then you want President Baka to straighten those people up that you elect and bring them over, that is business to straighten them up. Let me finish. No, let me finish.
No, I want Terry to rescue you because you're drowning now.
Let me finish. You go in your booth and you elect people that can't even read. Then you want president to go in the classroom and teach them how to govern. No.
That's not a conversation we are on yet.
No. You put me to another level now. The president is saying, you brought people to me that you elected, and those are the people that I'm going to work with. I can't go to Guinea and borrow legislature to work with them. I can't go to Freetown and borrow legislature to work with them. These are the people you brought to me. I will work with them. Then I said, the man not doing that, the man doing that. What you want?
I said, Reverend, can you disabuse your man here publicly this evening? Is what he's saying. I'm not sure whether that's a conversation we're on here.
What conversation got different? It got a specific conversation. I finished with that part long time.
I
don't over here. I don't over here. Mr. So, you think I'm going to let you come here and try to bring my father of the nation into all kind of tabata? We will defend it.
No need of blame. Terry, go ahead because this guy, man, I don't know.
Good evening, and everybody. Good evening.
Hey, Mr. McGee, what's up?
You guys are talking about, I don't know, but suspension is a sign for you, the person, to resign. When the proper suspend you, you resign. Simple.
Okay.
He giving you the opportunity because there is the thing. If the old man fire you, if the president fire you, Mr. So, it's not good for you. You let right now, Keto can count the show and say because the fire what his name? Amos Sawyer fire President Boca. That means he stole.
Amos Sawyer said he didn't do that either.
And Amos Sawyer said it was not on the basis of corruption that the president was the former vice president or what I don't know what position he was in at the time under Amos Sawyer, but I think it was LPRC, one of those. So, but Amos Sawyer said because of some political interest, that was. But now because of that firing, everybody carried the perception that he stole money. So that tells you that when the president of a country fires you, it's not good for you politically. It's not good for you anywhere. For your record, it's not correct for you. All right. So when I believe he developed this strategy, probably could be from his own experience, and he decided to suspend you. The good thing you can do for yourself as in any mature society, if it were in America, the person will resign. When you resign, it gives you an opportunity that in the future, you can make reference that you are working in this entity and because of XYZ, you resign.
No, let's not make it white.
You're not going to take it.
Why if Terry is the managing director of the Liberian Water and Sewer Corporation, and out of the morning, 2 o'clock news bulletin comes in, managing director Terry Collins has been suspended with immediate effect. Will you care to know why you were suspended, or do you think it's fair for the public to know why you were suspended?
Agree. That's a fair challenge. Yeah. I
Okay.
need to know
So when they
why the man
suspend
was
you,
suspended.
they just go and resign. Is that what you're telling us? Have you committed a crime?
Well,
You don't
yeah,
entitled to investigation to know
in
why.
the real world, the president have, according to our law, the president have the power to employ you. He have the power to fire you.
I
He have the
understand.
power to take the actions.
So there are two things. There are two things here. You see, I knew you were going to come here to be a backup for the laborer, and
No,
that's
it's
the
not. I'm
position
just
here.
being honest with my
Now,
opinion.
no, you guys have been very dishonest. The president can suspend. The president can fire you. The president is still within the purview of the executive mansion not to provide details. In that case, then the news that released itself for administrative. What is he doing? Why would you want to do this?
Was never accused by me of stealing money. All right? We were in a government that was factional, and the support of that government depended upon the support that it received from all of the parties. One member of that government, whose mother, of the interim legislative assembly, whose mother was very powerful, wanted Joe Baka removed from the position as an LPRC. And she engineered, because her son was in a petroleum business, and she was so influential in her party, and it was black, that she harassed us until we made some changes of the which was unfortunate. And I take full responsibility. And that good man should not be maligned because of this. So I hope people understand this. There was no record of Joe Baka stealing anything. It was a political move in a faction-ridden government, where the legitimacy of the government depended upon all the support they could get from all the members of the TLA, of the Transitional Legislative Assembly. The other
You just want to describe the conversation.
No. I just giving you a background. I'm giving you a background.
There's no background. You don't know. I know it. I never suggested here that Joseph Boyka was fired for whatever reason. That's not what I said.
I'm just giving you a
You just
background.
incited this here because you wanted to distract and get me to be off balance. Knowing full well I was making a point.
I'm just trying to help the
So
conversation.
what was the rationale? What was the rationale of this?
That President Baka is a clean man.
That's not what we're talking about.
We are
talking. What we are talking about now is leadership.
No, but Terry made a point that people around here on this platform comes out here with all kind of nyama that the president was fired because he stole money.
Oh, man.
Mr. So, is that not a conversation? The conversation must be one-sided before you certify. That why you coming? That this year that how you gonna run a show? You can't be vest all day, and you will bust.
But yeah,
The
so
liberal is not going nowhere.
What I was saying is that if the president of the country who don't have it's good for us to know what's going on. But if the man wake up in the morning and got the information on you and he not satisfied with where you are and decide to fire you, you work at the will and pleasure of the president according to the constitution. So the best thing, or he decide to suspend you, the moment that suspension comes, 3 months suspension or suspension indefinite. If you say 1 month suspension, I will agree. I will go through it and see whether you're going to reinstate me. But after 1 month, you can reinstate that. What happened to Zago, Steve Zago? Steve Zago remains suspended and he stays suspended. I don't understand what kind of footing is that. Why you can't resign? You want for the president to fire you first before you realize that you did something? The man is giving you an opportunity to do the honorable thing. To resign. An opportunity. He suspended you, giving you an opportunity for you to resign. so that it cannot be reported tomorrow that the president fired you on grounds of corruption, because that had the news to carry that
You
the
know, no,
president
it's
fired the
not about
man
the news.
because he stole.
The reason these information, these gaps are filled because administration refused to provide something authentic, and that's how the media. Then the media want to kind of retweet it and do anything to it. Now, like I said, administratively, and it's a norm. I don't know why you guys try to. When you are suspended, it's a temporary basis. Either something you were accused of something wrong, or somebody says something, and those information needs to be authenticated.
So
So a
what is your
constitutional,
point? What
hold
is
on,
your point now?
eh?
What is your point here tonight? What are you trying to
Same point you brought Amos Oyo Tebia. We are not to do. We are not that your friend and all of you brought the trouble here. That's why every day you sit down, they pour glass here, two on where I read it 1 year, they want to do this. All of you get a problem that we're facing today. So I am saying when you are suspended, right? It means you have been placed on a temporary hold because of reason, and that reason will be determined based on the investigations of what you are being accused of. So will you feel good here? While you're talking here, Samson told you want to work tomorrow, and they say you are suspended. You are looking what?
I'm going to Liberia.
Well, Labrador, you are afraid that you want every day you've been well, Labrador, you can never go. You go to work tomorrow, they say you are suspended. You don't think you have the right to know why you was no prior warning?
I got
Major
union.
So,
I got
Major
union
So,
behind me. I pay
Major
my
So,
union due
how sure are you
before
that
you even suspend me.
the people who are suspended don't know why they were suspended?
I'm not going to be the one to do that. This is what I'm saying. So
But
if
have
you
the
are
people come to
suspended,
you to tell you say they were suspended and they don't know that what they were suspended
so
for?
are we not?
These people,
Is our government not on an obligation when police chief is removed, when the minister of defense is removed? And that's what I'm saying. There are
the
two things.
law say you
Either,
work at
you
will
either
and
stand,
pleasure of the
they're not what
president.
it, that's what we're
The
saying. But
discretion of the president. So they don't have to tell you anything. Like you just gave a scenario here. If the job decide to suspend me, it is based upon what I did. They will tell me. But they will not go tell the whole entire department that this is why we suspended Terry for. They're not telling the department. It's
And even
between me and the management.
and even
That is why even when you go into another job,
those are public.
it is not right.
they have in
Or
You know,
unemployment, they have what they call at will. At
is
will. They can
you
fire
guys,
anytime they want.
you guys in the habit of in government. We all work there in government. When you becomes a public figure, you are not just yes. It is at the will and pleasure of the president who appoints you. However, if if the president wants to dismiss you, he or she can also do it.
Yeah.
There can be an administrative reason.
It doesn't have to
One
justify.
it becomes administrative. That administrative can have a correlation with being a security, classified information, different
But,
different things.
but,
Then that
but
as long hold on 1 second. You know what we're in government before. Okay? You know what we're in government before. When that happens, then they use that word. But when they just come say, oh, the man is suspended, and you're there for 1 month, you're there for 2 months. Okay, they might serve you something. Do you think that is just to the citizen, right? To the very people that you govern? You just suspend people, no investigation, nothing, and even if they investigate them, we don't get anything.
Mr. So the rule says the
Oh,
president can fire you anytime with no justification.
Work
He ain't
at
got to
will
explain
and
to
pleasure
nobody.
of the president.
He ain't got to explain to anybody.
That's
As
what it
far as
means,
me
Mr.
not
So.
working, me not work.
the action of vice president
The man can
suspending
wake up in the
without
morning and
recommend.
suspend you for
That's what I'm
nothing.
saying. That's what I'm
He
saying.
might just
Okay,
wake up, he don't like you. He just call your name. Somebody just call your name, he get vexed. He say, you know what, I meant suspended. He ain't got to
That's it.
say anything. That's why they call the will and pleasure of the president. You see the thing happening in America here. You work, the law says you work at will and pleasure of the president. What does that mean? It means the man can wake up in the morning, even when he hear your name, and he don't like to hear your name, he can suspend you. He ain't got to tell anybody anything. Just because he don't want to hear your name. he can
They fire
suspend you.
people. They fire people here. When most of the people they fire, they tell you, say, this is what they did, whether it's correct or not, but they give
One of these
justification.
administration, you hearing people telling people what
Which administration?
people. This one we in the administration, yeah, in the country. You
Hey
hear
man, you
anybody
know,
say, "I'm not calling me," and then
Yeah.
Louis Brown.
He can't call. He can't call me.
oh,
I'm
man.
Louis Brown. I'm not calling me. I'm calling the international community, and I, you know. But yeah, Mr.
Yeah,
So
I
the
don't know.
men, the people work. The only thing I would say, Mr. So, is this: there is a guy that Labor talk about. Yeah, me and he had a back and forth. The guy from Health Ministry. There's a report that came up from the GSC. I think it's a GSC, stating how well the men perform on the job. And me and Labor went back and forth, but Labor made some exceptions that I think, this guy was performing very well at the health ministry and he was just suspended. But the GSC report reflecting that this guy was doing, the guy improved the system when he went there. What the guy need, Labor? You muted. Yeah.
Dr. Chris Young.
Yes, there's a GSC report all on him right now concerning his performance. Now, when you talk about that, that is concerning. Why was he? I know he was
Chris
suspended
Dubé,
or he
you
was
from
fired.
Enfield? Chris
Your
Dubé
friend.
now?
Your friend. Yeah.
Yeah. So
The story
there's
is
a
deep,
GSC
brother.
report out on him concerning his performance, and his performance was they said he went to the place, he uplifted the entire system.
Of course.
He
That's why
brought
he did.
he
That's right.
brought progress to the entire system. So I'm thinking now, what were the reason,
Because
he
the
was
the, the
suspended or he
board
was
chair,
fired
the
and
woman
all of that.
wanted the job. The board chair woman wanted that job. Just like, oh, I'm the board chair, yes, but I don't want a job. So
You
the
see? You
That's
see,
the only that is it. That those are the concerning things, but it's not a
but
why,
you will
concerning
so
to
get a
say
job back. You will get a job
why
back.
that one should be concerning?
no, it's concerning because I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, but what I'm trying to in my input here is this: that you cannot hold the president to say he forced to tell you
Why you want
why
to
he
hold the
fired
president?
people.
So why you want to hold the
Because
president
according to the
against
law, no, I'm saying it's good for them to, come out and say, okay, we suspend them, man, blah, blah, blah.
why are you becoming selective in the president's action, presidential
No,
action, and that it should be concerning?
I'm not selective. I'm just saying from my perspective as an individual, right? Somebody's suspension, it need to be evaluated. The person,
Why?
because
Why?
sometimes
You in your voice say you shouldn't ask them. So why you want to evaluate?
You
You
see
did
where
not-
he carrying you. You see where he
because it
carrying
is
you. Be careful.
administration. It's administration. Like you yourself, if you take action now against certain people in your network, you don't have to tell us, you don't have to tell me, I don't have to know
No,
about it.
I
Even
don't think
though
so. Why you should be concerned about some?
because
Why?
there are some work that some people do, you hearing about it, you know that they were doing some
Also,
good
because you
work.
didn't hear
But
about the other people, that means they didn't do it.
well, no, not that. I'm saying when the president have the right, Mr. So, to take action on you, it may not be good for us, the citizen, but in the working of the
Terry,
administration, there's a
Terry,
reason why they took that action.
Terry,
That's my position.
don't walk back your statement.
I'm not
We
walking
are
by my
here.
statement. My statement is there. I'm
Yeah, I
saying I
know.
felt when I saw the report on the guy, I'm wondering now why was he fired? Is it because of administration, like
No,
the
Oh,
way
so
he, the
now
way he
the
do,
board
the
chair
way he
wanted
treat people?
the position. That's all it
don't
was.
don't say that. You don't have anything to prove that.
Oh, well.
To say that.
Because it could be somebody like Fadika. Fadika didn't see money or what he need or what he got in Kuma. They didn't see money, but attitude. The president suspended them on the basis of attitude, inability to work together. So I was thinking whether it was on this line that the president took action but the GSC report is not reflecting corruption on this guy. The GSC report is even giving this guy credit for his job, for the job he been doing at the ministry. So I was thinking whether it that his character, that his demeanor, the way he carry himself, or all
Look,
of that.
Terry. You see how Mr. Soema said, people who smart, they don't let stupid people. That the problem with guy here. Yeah, that he's just smart. Just Mr. So That's why Mr. Solomon said we don't get him because he's so smart. He lets me who's stupid. Crazy.
No,
No, don't say that.
you're not stupid. Your
Don't say
Okay,
that.
actions you're not
okay,
stupid.
but let me make my point.
No, hold on. Wait. I don't want people to take it away. Say, oh, this is what I say. You were smart. You're a genius, jack of all trades. When people car, you can fix car. You can anything. Something can do it. But your action, and that's one of the reasons. If I were even in our house when
Even
they
a boat chair position.
eh?
Even a boat chair position.
The boat chair position, he's inactive. He's a dormant boat chair. The man, he's so sorry. He doesn't want people to feel bad. So giving him a task, it would be a hair scratching for me because people even still say something to your leader. Jesus said, when somebody do, you show your right ear. And that right ear, you show it 555 times.
That small slap will get out.
He doesn't want people to feel bad. He doesn't want to say. So, I mean, he's
Let me say, let me go
It's
back.
sympathetic. Labor is sympathetic.
Let me go back to Craig Juvenia. The guy is very smart. Now, you know, before he left, there was some sort of a virus that came to Liberia.
that virus thing carry him.
The
And that's what I
virus-
wanted to come back. Government was supposed to see millions of dollars and he said there was nothing.
It was because he fought. That's
That
why
one,
the
they don't
got
like
back.
honesty.
That's why the
Because
people
Wow.
got back. Because
Yeah,
the government
the
wanted
people
to
got
use that position to get money. But he told the people, he told the partner, he said, we can fix it. So quick, he
They
put
said
it
or
under
nothing.
control. Quick, he put it under control. The people government said, we are going to get money.
Is that a monkey pox?
Yeah.
Yes,
You know the money he was
It's still
after?
You just have about
it's spreading now. It's growing in the
Yeah,
country.
because he's not
it
there
was
again.
it was in there and he came up with that and all the people, including the old man, everybody, they were like, what? Yeah, what kind of something that coming, the man he's not speaking our English.
Yeah, exactly.
Why do you think even though he sued the government, he didn't win. He didn't
But
something.
he's still in
But
the
illegal
court.
fire, eh?
Yeah, he got a court.
Yeah, it's still there. So this is how, and that's what I'm saying, because people got to stand up for something. Because now, if you say you're coming to rescue,
LDU student leader.
if you say you're coming to
The man,
rescue,
you're not a small person.
you say you're coming to rescue, you're coming to fix things, and you want to be a person to be turning thing because somebody said this is not happening. Is that the only way government's supposed to get money? Because people are already like a grower and they think how many chunks they're gonna get. He said that other people in the system, this guy is not one of us. This so people, and they let him go. So I mean, now you said just pointed out here, report came. Does that mean everything about him perfect? Absolutely not. But when you start having people who are in the system that are trying to do the right thing, and you all helping to pull them down, then who you are, then what you represent. I mean, you still rescuing or you still drowning people?
You see that? You see that? Why you gotta use that one? We having conversation here, good conversation. You gonna put something else in that. What crazy do a business gotta do a rescue business? You see,
You were fired by the rescue government.
yeah, because maybe something somewhere. But let me move on.
Attitude.
Again, folks.
Attitude. There's also attitude.
You know this. You know here in the CDC here in the United States. You know here in CDC here in the United States, have a fallout. The fallout, they have a big time problem with him. And when he was here,
some people attitude.
He was so smart. The same thing that he told the CDC here, you want EPO money for nothing. This thing can be fixed. But the people don't like that. He's not a corrupt person. That's the problem with him. He's not a corrupt person. And so going over there to take that job, I felt with him myself, that guy, he would do good, but he and the people.
So you are going into, was it going to corrupt government?
Again, folks, Samson told La Proper Radio, if you're listening.
The system is not a president to say, oh, you know,
but
the structure of the system is the system need reform.
You hear what Dr. Sawyer said?
Who should reform the system? And I know it's difficult. It's a
reformation.
It's a very, you know, the government inside is a very deep system, you know, and that's why you see people who are outside the system when they're talking.
Now people like y'all who were in the government that y'all brought in trouble on us. And he said, I know where you government, that you don't want where you government, that you all brought in trouble on the, and when President Baka is trying to help us. Then you are making all kind of that you how many years you serving the government? For almost 15 years, you are there
Wow.
yeah. That Mr. Soden was running the thing.
That year, I quit over there.
Yeah,
The
but
finale.
you play me, you play with me. They were going around with all kind of. Now the President Baka, they put us in a hole with President Baka trying to help us. And he said, he ain't saying the government. I serve. Of course, you serve the government. Look at the government you serve. Look at the kind of structure you guys put in place, and President Baka is trying to help us. Again, folks, Samson told Labrador, if you're listening, I have with me here Mr. Terry Collins and Mr. So, the CEO, is here with us tonight. We will soon be opening the line, and when we open the line, Walter Cutter don't call because the line the Chinese phone guy specifically sign out for you not to make a. But no, on a very serious note, you heard what Amos Sawyer said here. Forget about President Baka not stealing anymore. He said there was a guy who wanted oil, who in the oil business, and his mother was so powerful in the party that they pressure us to let Baka go so the son can get what he wants. So they think that they're stealing business, and I just not business. Mr. President Baka has always been a clean person. You heard what Amos said. You want me to play Amos again? You want me to play that again? You heard what he said. He said President Baka is not he never took anybody money. He said the people were so corrupt. And at the same time, we are still he trying to what the whole the people dug for us. President Baka is trying to take us out of it. And you guys here, instead of being appreciated and being very grateful to the president and the father of the nation, you guys, you know, one thing you need to do, like you need to make FOIA a pilgrimage place. Every year you go to FOIA. You come from FOIA, your tune will change. You will know.
Not small dust will be on you.
Do you listen to yourself? Do you listen to yourself?
Terry, why you bringing it? Why you making Babu Divakona? I even ask you to. Oh, I'm trying to get a guy. You there? Okay, all right.
You know, Mr. So know how to.
Do you listen to yourself when you're talking?
Yeah.
Do you listen to yourself when you're saying things?
Yeah. The liberal is on. Anyway, let's go. Let me. Have you guys heard what Thomas Father said about the speaker?
You guys what is it?
Oh, he said the speaker pretty much. I'm paraphrasing that the speaker learning curve is so steep he understand the job, but he still got confidence. He tearing down. But it's very interesting.
But some of us spoke more than that. He spoke, but you see, you the way you don't like the speaker here. But some of us spoke. He spoke well. He spoke on behalf of a man.
Yeah, but I don't know how you. If somebody gonna speak on behalf of me like that, then I don't want you to say anything. The man learning curve is not that good, but he's learning fast. And we still have that. They say they messed me with his own sister. Then he said the man learning curve is not good.
But who said it messed me?
No, I don't want.
You ready that trouble? But who said? Thomas
Father said the man learning curve is steep, but he improving. I don't want you to represent me, or I don't want you to say something like that.
But how long said Thomas Fala has served as a deputy speaker to be teaching somebody who is a speaker?
But Thomas
how long have you served?
Almost 4 years.
No. Thomas Fala just been there 2 years.
He does have experience because he served as a deputy, so which roles at least familiar with the terrain, with the workout, and then so then that one you want to give him an edge if you want to be fair.
No, I do give, but I'm giving him an edge. But what I'm saying, how long did he serve for before even Richard Kuhn took over? He didn't serve for quite a year because the other man, Speaker Kofa was not there. They put the left-hand speaker up, but obviously the man put his left hand, or you will know that the man do not have.
He come here.
We're gonna have speaker.
But the first time that was the common for a man was saying he pushing somebody. And he made a man to put his left hand.
I can expose people all kinds of way. I don't know where he came from and put that.
Thomas Fala made a man put 11 or that how you can quote somebody you were better.
He doesn't know.
Thomas Fala not supposed to tell the man what hand before he read the oath. He not supposed to tell the man what hand he's supposed to put up. Thomas Fala what he say he
And you
teaching
know
the man.
the man,
He's supposed to tell the
you
man.
know the man will put 11 on, say no man, put
Yeah.
it right hand on.
Eh?
And you know people going to be taking picture.
It's the same thing that you're doing here. When boss is doing something, you shadow them. That's the same thing Father was doing.
Who the boss is?
When the leader are doing something, and then you take it, you put it on the honor people that the people around. That's some of the same thing. Thomas Father couldn't do it because you were protecting him.
I tell you, it can't be certified until President Baka every night.
I never called his name. I didn't call his name.
But we know who you're talking about. Let me open the line. Water cutter, don't call. The phone is not what. Oh no, I'm sorry, guys. Okay, let me use this other phone here.
The president listened to me. He loves me. He said I'm the only person that I tried to make him to do what is right.
Mr. So, can you use your phone for the night?
What happened to your
Tifa express honesty.
My battery's dead.
Tifa express honesty to the people.
No.
The interview was good.
Next time, before you come on your program, make sure your sample get on
who you coming advise?
I know all people don't have advice. They say they got wisdom. I'm just only telling.
You know where you going with it now. You know that Terry.
I'm just telling you, when you come into this program, you knowing fully where you're gonna get your audience reaction, get everything assembled. Your phone charge, that is inexcusable.
Okay.
That's
the same problem we're talking about.
Okay, here we
You
go.
were unprepared, you were not ready.
It coming from me, it going small. You going there small. Watch and see. Can you use your phone so the people can call in?
Say please.
Please.
Okay. Just the same problem you're giving all in the country there.
You know what people say, right? Back home when they say in our dollar, when they say you got bad, then they say we're gonna because you got bad mean you got egg. They will say you got egg.
Clarence, this is a typical example of this so-called bull on inability to manage. He's not prepared. I'm taking charge of the show right now. So I will see anybody who not you call here and can't do both here.
He coming black here, clearing you not pinky.
Keto, you can call. Keto, hey, you see, God doesn't like ugly. He even look at your phone, you start wanting Keto shouldn't call. Can you imagine? Wow.
All right. By another 10 minutes, we gotta leave so I can finish reading my stuff here tonight. But I've been reading every time I come on. Now I know because I know you can come on now. So I'll come on maybe 10-15 minutes before.
I'm gonna be I try to put a flyer out here. I'll be on tomorrow. That is unusual. Very suddenly I do that.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow Wednesday, right? But at your time, anyhow.
Can you wait and say what? Let me talk what I want to talk.
All right, talk.
Probably. I want to be on tomorrow. I hope I'm gonna be hosting someone from inside Liberia. It's getting to be interesting. People are now trying to no longer become observers or spectators. Let me see what I able to put it up here. I did a flyer. A very young person, young guy, who is considering, but we'll wait and see what he says tomorrow. Yeah, but the number is there, 781-363-5939. Clarence David, don't be afraid call. I'm not like your guy who can reject people calls, So let me see. I don't know what I able to. Yeah, let me go ahead. The number is on.
All right, guys, give us a call here. 718. No, 781. I can't even see, sir. 781-363-5939 to participate. Give us a call. All right. So I say give us a call.
You don't need to do anything there. Just trying to post something up, liberal.
Oh, okay, okay.
I just want to throw the flyer up because I didn't have it in my other system.
So again, folks, we will be reading this thing here when the phone call time finish. Uh, and I know there's no need for me to invite Terry in the kind of conversation because he has no clue, none whatsoever. He wasn't even born when we're talking, those things. So,
I'm
but
born
those
the
are
year all the trouble started. So
uh,
I was born in the year when the trouble started. I was in Pampa. I didn't even know what was going on. So
79.
yeah, 1979.
So when we're running the street of Morea, you were
That's the
what
year I was born.
what you were born at maternity center?
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Your trouble, yeah. That
Yeah.
would be my head can be high small.
When you're young, you can do all kind of stupid things. I tell you, maternity center people when I passing by, what time I say I will come visit somebody who will get baby for me?
Where is that?
When I'm passing by maternity center, I think I can go through my hair. When I'm going to Gita gazing with a book in my hair. Hey, one day I will come to the prayer. My own woman will come and have baby here too. Myself will come visit as a baby father.
Wow.
Anyway, folks, again, Samson told Laboratorio. I want to thank all of you that turned in tonight, Mr. So. You can put it down. People don't, we don't have to have a call tonight. Let me go ahead and read my stuff. Why don't you guys join me to discuss this? I'll read a paragraph and then we talk about it. What do you think? You want to participate in it? You want me to
Well,
speak
it's up
loud?
to you. Yeah, you can.
We
You can
here.
have
We're not going
paragraph you want
anywhere.
to
We're not
share.
coming to that. It can't be roller skating
Okay.
here.
All right. Okay. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. So you guys already here. Let's go ahead. Oh wow. Since 1979, this is my second time. This is my second time seeing this receipt.
Okay. Yeah. 1 minute, liberal. This is what I want to put here.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Quickly. Tomorrow, 7 a.m. I'm gonna be on. This is not something that I usually do, but we're out there, and that's the uniqueness of this network. We are not selective. We think everyone should have their say into what is happening in Liberia. John Silisimbe, as you know, he's one of the very smart young men, very, very smart. He's one of the students that were in Morocco now. He's international, going places, speaking, doing different things. And I think in a conversation, he said, the young people cannot be observed no longer. What that means, I'm going to be having a conversation with him. Enough is enough. And I know people will not feel happy. Let's hear the rescue uncle right here, Clarence Davis. Clarence, good evening.
Hey, Sia, how you doing?
Good. You see what a liberal did? He said, he was trying to avoid you. So he said, hey, phone line not working because you're going to be my.
That other politics tonight is very key because you key on the show, on Liberal Show tonight, you want to be
You come and go up. You come and go up.
You want to be there at the LDA, at the LDA boss, who look at one of the team member and blow the team member in the eyebrow.
Oh, recently?
I had a few senator you get so the CEO said he wants
You mean the people who acting now or a long time ago?
The person acting DA boss. You look at one of the team member in Ganta and blow the man in the eye.
There was a video that surfaced today about you saw that video, the police, I know DEA, the lady they were beating. This is getting out of hand in our country. People just beat on people for whatever reason, even if crime is committed. Yeah, man, rescue police again. Police supposed to rescue people.
But Mr. So the president will call the police people when they're going to tell them how to conduct themselves. It's just common sense, you know.
Come on, what?
What happened to Clarence?
Clarence, go ahead.
The video off today was from the deed that thing when not the police.
It was bad.
It was bad. Well, one of the things I called to talk on, tonight you came on the show CEO and they started the board chair concerning suspension. I don't know whether there was no suspension topic tonight or the discussion. Everything was on the suspension. I mean, the thing really that got to me today was the constant attack on the JMD song. I don't think it's fair because for political people who they are supporting for another group to get content of beat on one person, I don't think it's big fair to the young man.
Who the guy, the young man? Which
Why was
one?
he attacked?
He went to the port, Freeport, because the CDC chair on the trash they call John Ubuti. He had a project from Freeport to around Freeport area there. So what the men were working today, he went there, he was doing video recording Asibo, JMB Asibo. When he got there, the young man took the shower and started attacking the man today on the Facebook. The team was live on the Facebook today, and a lot of people speak against it. So I don't know, because the politics here, people who, many of these young people hurting their head for that, they're down there, they can sit and talk to one another. I don't know why young people get bad on one another in our country. Thank you for the show, Boy. I don't want to hold it long for long.
Thank you. Mr. So anybody else on there?
Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, hello?
Yeah, Mr. So how you doing?
Good evening.
Who is this?
Yeah, I called first, but I know what's going on in line.
Yeah, I tried to merge the line.
Who is it?
Wow, who you are? Why? What? You're not in charge, so why you want to know who is this?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. So.
Go ahead.
For allowing me to call in, even though the Liberal tried to censor my voice. I would like to say hi to the Liberal, to Terry, to you, and to our audience, our viewers around the world. Say hi. So, Mr. So, the one thing for people to say someone is dumb, and then for another thing for someone to be actually dumb, right? So they can accuse you of being dumb. You know you're not dumb, but for somebody to say, for you to say you're actually dumb is what these people are telling us. Looking at Amos Sawyer, that was on his dying bed, I had an interim arrangement in the country. He was the head for the interim arrangement. So there was a government who were there. He was the head of that government. For he to come out in this late day and age to say there was a certain powerful woman, you understand me, who wanted her son to be in a position, and that's the reason why they moved that good man and he take responsibility. I just think it was a statement that these Unity Party, the progressive, the Moja boys went to Amos Sawyer and said, look, we want the woman to be the head of our ticket. We cannot leave any stone unturned. We want you to give me on facelift. So say something that will erase that corruption thing from on him. Amos Sawyer had to come and say this. And I can tell you for free, Mr. Soul, nobody ate a school beat. Amos Sawyer could call it one more name. So we all were in Monrovia. Who was this son? Who was this woman? Our son became head of LPRC after the fire of Joseph Walker. Who was this woman? Who was this guy? That you will not know that Brimpo will not know he was invisible, or the woman was invisible. That Brimpo will not know that he himself will not call the person name. We should stop this kind of dishonest thing here. Certain people who people look at the time to be somebody who was educated, came to put men some of the broken pieces in our society right after during the civil war in Monrovia there, right? And he corrupt the system like his uncle, who is now, he was defending, corrupt the system. He bought a house in America, yeah. when he was interim president. Took money from Liberia. The money he couldn't afford to buy house before becoming interim president. When he became member, he bought house in America for so much dollar. And these people, when I think him about, some of the progressive never spoke about it until the real news came up and showed that yes, it's true that what he did. You understand? We're not crazy. We're not crazy. Joseph Boaka, and when I say this thing, you say, oh no, do they fire because of corruption? Do they fire because of XYZ? It's the polish. You're polishing him because they want for Liberian people to believe that he's a man of integrity. No, the man lacks integrity. This identical president lacks integrity. Because if he does not lack integrity, or man, who you people talk about? Or Mr. Nyan, the man from NAFA. If this man was so smart that transformed according to LSCC or whoever, transform that place, he's a man of integrity. Why would President Boaka want to fire him or suspend him when he know that man is living to his so-called integrity agenda?
Thank you. Thank you.
Integrity minister.
The man speaking. Why you want to interrupt him?
Why would an integrity president suspend an integrity or director or mayor who transformed an entity that was so deplorable, who lifted the standard of the entity? Why a president would want to suspend him when he considered himself? He, the president, considered himself a man of integrity. They are playing in it, brother. We should not love our country based on individual. Let us
Thank you. Thank you, Walter Carter. Thank you very much.
I got my judgment is not right because I put Jowia all Apira. I do the okay. I agree. So you have corrected mistake now. You are taking for all President we are in President Boaka. Because if President Boaka is that man that has the integrity, impeccable character, he will do the right thing.
Mr. So
who has integrity, who transform an entity that LSCC said the man got nothing. You tell me he fired the man for that.
Well, Carter, thank you very much. We are Tabata. We appreciate it. Thank you. Let's move on.
So the CEO got me on the phone and you trying to censor me. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just drink some Suntap over there a little bit. I'll tell you again. I'm going to put your secret outside. Drink some little Suntap. Because it's ridiculous for us to come on this platform that has integrity.
Ketra, I guess I'm going to recording. I'm going to send it to you.
Thank you.
Oh, when you listen to that one part, you were Terry. I think I have to send it to Terry too. Thank you so much.
All right, see you.
All right, guys, let's close it up. Terry, what will be your closing? I'm a little bit beat up tonight.
Nothing much because so far so good.
Don't listen to that one. How you think we're doing anyway?
Why not the government?
Yeah, in the new year, just a few days or so into the new year, what do you think? Just from
I said, the opposition is weak. The opposition is weak. They're not scoring no point. They are still mid. They're not scoring no point. They're not making no major move. They just, not doing anything right now because they have talked too much and put themselves in the hole. They started the year with drama. So I don't know where they will end without seeing drama. They started the year with your guy from Zwedru, and the fire went off because they couldn't support the clean. I see what kept us frustrated because the propaganda did not materialize. So I don't know.
The only thing I didn't like about that is, his abrasive behavior towards former President Weah. But as far as taking money, he didn't take no. Zopen, he will not take the people money and not give them the money.
But so far.
No, Mr. So I just don't see it. He's a politician. I saw you yesterday. And the reason let me say that again, because if the president make the pronouncement among people and he gave the money to Zopen, and Zopen will not turn and then go back to the people to say, I want to go apologize, I don't think Zopen took money. So, but anyways,
but actually lastly, it was alarming today when I heard Costa speak towards the port, and he made a lot of allegations, and I think that is if those allegations are true, these are things that need to be looked at. But other than that,
Like Yumli want to sell the port.
yeah, he made some striking
But
allegations.
what power Yumli got to sell port?
That's why we don't know. But you must understand that that Senate and that representative, that House of Representatives and Senate, they crossed a lot of major deeds in that place. Or you see some of the horses those boys built. When you see the horses, you be thinking how they got the money. So, but yeah, those are allegations for me. I cannot bring any allegation on somebody that I have no proof on, especially when it went through the Senate. They unilaterally voted for the bill. The president vetoed it and all of that. But we're still looking forward to see more information is needed, is required, and so forth. However it be, it is what it is. It's Liberia. Nothing new, nothing old. Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Deborah.
Thank you.
Yeah, good night,
Thank
Mr.
you,
So.
Mr. So. Take us home so we get out of here.
Oh yeah, let me wait for Mr. So.
I would say good night and this year. Hopefully you change. But I know we got a lot of work to do because you have your own surrogate. Oh, somebody calling Minnesota? Wow. Let's see. Hello? Yeah, hello? Yeah. You want you want to say something? Where are you calling from?
What your name?
Minnesota. All right, let's hear you.
Am I live?
Yes.
Okay. Let me say, Happy New Year to you, Mr. Soul. Happy New Year to Mr. Samson Levy too, and to the Reverend Collins. Happy New Year to you all and the listeners. I just was listening to Pastor Collins a few minutes ago, and what caught my attention today was Costas's revelation. I don't call it a revelation. Whenever people are also, when they are fronting for another source, having been in the media for years, and some of the names you are calling today, it's not a strange thing. But Liberians should just be careful, that's all. Especially when there's a saying that he who pays the piper plays the tune. He who pays the piper plays the tune. Costa says something in one other direction. I would try to believe in a little bit with Young Bleed because I witnessed a scenario with the late Harry Gree, myself, and Young Bleed Kanga Lawrence. We were the only three persons that saw a particular document. And I was asked by Harry to invite Edwin Snow. I was in Snow's house when Youngly took the document to Snow. That was not the agreement. So, you see, all these people are the same players, and we're still dealing with the same people repeatedly. And every time we see them playing a game, we know. So Costa is fronting for another group, not only just the president, he's fronting for somebody. He's not just fronting, talking to say, oh, he's talking on behalf of the president. If you see the player, you can tell the game. You read the narrative, you can know straight that the brother is fronting for somebody. And just to buttress what my cousin said earlier on Kettle, Amos Sawyer went to the TRC. He didn't bite his tongue, never bit his tongue. He said everything. All his video is just 2 hours, 30 minutes long. He called names to understand that he challenged the late Senator Johnson on the allegation of the printing of money and taking money to buy a house. He couldn't tell the Liberian people who this powerful person. Mr. So, you've been in the media long. I've been around for a very long time. Who was that powerful person that went to LPRC during the RTGL or RTGL time? Who was that powerful person that went to LPRC? You see, sometimes when they leave us in a state of utopia like this, only the ordinary people don't see it. Only the ordinary people don't see it. But these players always playing the Liberian people. So it's only incumbent upon the Liberian people to start preparing themselves to find innovative thinkers that are prepared to change the prevailing trajectory we find ourselves in. Until then, Mr. So will always deal with the same players. We saw the same game with Snow, Dillon, and a few other people when they went to Taiwan. Just before I leave, Mr. So, I serve as a relations advisor and public relations officer for a Liberian who was running to be president. He was teaching at the Taipei University in Taiwan. When we were preparing to go to Taiwan with the late Ambassador John Cummings, Snow then were running propaganda, including Madam Sally. But Snow thought that the propaganda he was running, he thought he was going to beat us, only to turn out that it's slapping in the face. We were only going to Taiwan for meeting, but they said we were going there to bring the Taiwanese government back if we won the election. So these guys are a bunch of crooks. They're just a bunch of crooks. I mean, I can stay here hours upon hours. We go. You bring Mr. Costa here, he can tell you that he's only fronting for Joseph Waka. That I can challenge. He's fronting for somebody. He who pays the piper plays the tune.
All right. The legendary Cummings himself. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, that's a tradition. We tend not to leave no one behind. But again, like I said, I'm going to be talking to a young gentleman who said they are not going to be an observer. What they are not going to do, we're going to have that conversation tomorrow at 7 a.m. Liberal, thank you so much. And a
young man want to be president?
Who knows?
If he reaches the age that required, he can be. Not only old people can be president.
Where you going?
That job now for young people, Mr. So. Yeah, that job now for young people, especially Liberia. No.
Why? Liberia is a different lane.
Prophetically. That job now for young people.
It's not for young people.
Prophetically.
You don't have to be president.
That is prophetic, Liberal. Thank you. That one is not prediction.
Prophetically. Terry. Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't know that you're going to align with a liberal guy that way, man. It's unbelievable.
Good night, Mr. Shaw.
I got to rest and deal with that mentor and host the young man tomorrow.
Yeah, all right. Okay. Thank you. We'll be watching. Again, folks, Samson told very, very tired, of course. I want to thank all of you again tonight for being here. We appreciate you. And we'll say good night to you. We have 10 more minutes, but we'll just let it go for tonight and say, let's meet here tomorrow. Let's watch Mr. Soul. And he has a young man that he said he's going to try to interview, and let's see what the process will be. I would say thank you very much and good night to all of you. Good night, folks.
Italie, Dieu Seigneur, à ça. Rachel de Kibo, je adé. On va venir Gogo, Nyaliba, Bagnon, Nyalia pour la femme. Avec Gogo, Nyali. Avec Gogo, Nyali, Stéphane Soko. On va venir. I'm a Koto Yaliba, Stefan Soko for a flower. Aya, Koto Yaliba, I'm an America Sawa. I'm America very titi papa, Paleresa, I don't you get by your secret, I'm a pie, Sisi, play. Ale pa no e por bravo. Hey, awo. Taba zinde no wo ale na melini baka. Taba zinde no wo ale na melini. Why? Ale na you e por bravo. Abine modo nyali. No so ma de jogure. Amro alo. Ade wa ba bele wa sawake. Wa ba be. Agbawo ma ba ni. Ni ama. Agbawo ma ba ni. Agbara su lo gbe la ba yo. Abi na ni ka bele ti ti baba.